All right, welcome to the Moto Academy podcast. My name is Cameraman Cam, coined by AJ, and today we have an extremely special guest on the podcast. Why? Because I think AJ's on vacation. But anyway, welcome, Ethan. Hi, Ethan.
Hello. Hey. Sorry for the interruption. Later in this episode, you hear me talk about technical difficulties. Well, we faced one in this recording. Unfortunately, my camera decided to start recording after we were already 25 minutes into the recording. I don't know how it's possible because I was sitting down in the chair. You would have seen me walk over, but besides the point. So sorry for the interruption. My camera will pick up maybe 20 minutes into the episode. So thank you guys. Enjoy the episode. Hey, Cam. I'm very happy to be here today. It's been a long time behind the computer screen. Produced a lot of episodes.
You ever been on the podcast?
My voice has been behind it, but other than the stuff we did with the coaches recently, I don't think I've really made too much screen time.
How long have you been here?
A year and a half.
I actually thought it'd be longer than that.
Say that one more time.
I thought it'd be longer than that.
It feels longer than that. I can tell you. It's like it feels like I just started and here we are. 18 months.
Well,
later.
a year and a half is. I mean, I left over 2 years ago. Well, no, actually, no, it was over 2 years ago.
Yeah, because it was. I mean, Grant was around when I started. Like the tail end of Grant's tenure was right around when I started. I don't know how long Grant was there for, but I know he kind of picked up where you left off for close to a year, if not a little bit longer, right? So, yeah, here we are. Happy to be in front of the camera. Definitely feels a little weird. This is definitely new to me, so
yeah, you won't get used to it either.
I'm
you
sure
just kind of have to do it.
I'm sure I won't, dude. I'm sure I won't.
Us guys should probably stay behind the camera, but it's okay.
Yeah, well, I mean,
It's
we got
all right.
a face for radio, as they say, right? So, yeah.
Okay, tell me about classes.
All right. Well, we got a lot of classes in March. This is our biggest break for the year with all the 5-day camps we have. So first up, we have Swampland in Louisiana this coming Friday with Coach Mitch, followed by MMX Racing in California on March 2nd with Coach Mitch. And then we have Route 62 MX in Ohio with AJ on March 3rd. So back to back to back pretty much, right? South Fork MX in Virginia with Coach Mitch. And then we have Cow Branch, March 9th with Coach Ty. And there's a bunch more classes throughout the month of March. So if you want to find a class near you, just head to our website. We have a class locator. You plug in your zip code, you plug in your state, you plug in your town, and it'll give you a list with a certain amount of classes with a certain amount of radius, right? But more excitingly, we have two 5-day camps coming up in April. So Airway Heights in Washington, April 6th through the 10th. That should be a really sick camp. Hopefully the weather lasts. We'll talk about Verona in a little bit, but yeah, I know Washington's normally pretty rainy, so hopefully it's not during that time of the year. I don't know. I haven't been to Washington. And then at the end of April, we have CGI facility in North Carolina, which is April 20th through the 24th, sorry. And we got Justin Brayton coming on Wednesday, the 22nd. So that's going to be really sick. We just had Adam Cincerella at Verona. So now we got his bestie coming to CGI with us in April. I'm stoked. It's going to be some pretty cool content, and yeah, should be fun.
So tell me.
I'll tell you. You let me know.
How was Verona?
Verona was sick, dude. I mean, I will say the forecast was looking really spotty coming into camp, and we kind of just put together a game plan as to like what would happen if it was a complete washout. So we were prepared for it. We ended up having about the first half of Monday be really great weather, and then after that, it kind of just let loose, man. Like rained for pretty much 4 days straight, all day Tuesday, what felt like all day Wednesday and Thursday. But the campers like loved it. I mean, I remember Monday, I went out with the Insta360s to Green Group, and they didn't want to get off the track, dude. They were washing out. A lot of them actually not even washing out. They were just sliding out everywhere. Not a lot of people going down, which is surprising with Green Group because those are our beginners, right? But it was a great group of guys. Everybody who stayed happy and motivated throughout the week, and I'm grateful for it because I thought it was going to be like miserable, and it wasn't. It was fun the whole time. We kept everybody busy. Went under the tent and did film study and like kind of moved our schedule around throughout the day. So all in all, it was a 10 out of 10 of success. And if we can handle that at our third camp of the year, I think we're prepared for just about anything that could come our way this year.
So do you know about the history between driver Jamie and canopies?
You sent me the clip at a Supercross race where like he was having somewhat of a meltdown about the canopy. Which funny enough, yeah, I'll let you talk.
Yeah, driver Jamie has quite the history with canopies. If you guys remember Daytona Supercross, our last year of racing, can you put that clip in? Is that too much work?
You sent it to me, so I got it. That makes my life
Okay.
easy.
The clip is actually hilarious of driver Jamie and his love for canopies. And if you guys watch the live stream at all, because we live stream all day, every day of these 5-day camps, unless Jackson's doing it, then maybe you only get an hour and a half, but we'll change that later.
The rain, I will say the rain like made it pretty impossible to stream last week. I mean, I was on him about it. It's just, it was downpouring. Like,
yeah,
so
we'll
much.
fix it. We'll figure it out. It's just fine. I just like messing with Jackson.
Yeah.
Anyway, so he deserves it. So anyway, there was a theme going on of who destroyed the tent. We have these giant tents. What are they called? Like event tents?
Yeah, we got a 20 by 40 event tent. We have two. Well, had two of them. Now we have one.
And one of them passed away. So what what happened?
I remember, was it Tuesday or Wednesday? I think it was Wednesday. So overnight we were expecting
it was Tuesday. It was like the first.
It might have been Tuesday
day.
morning.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we get a message in our WhatsApp like team group chat for that camp. Expensive damage to the tent. That's all we get, right? And I'm like, oh.
And that's from Jamie, right?
From Jamie, yeah, from Jamie. And I'm like, oh boy, here we go. AJ's first response was, Jamie, you can't say that and not send pictures or videos. Of course, the pictures and videos weren't loading yet, but basically what happened was 100 gallons of water pooled up on the left side of the tent and just completely ripped the canopy or like the tent cover. And then the whole tent just collapsed from there. Like there was so much weight on the braces, I guess. I don't know. It's gone. The tent's done. It's toast. There's no warranty on it. We're basically out however much it costs, and we have to get a new tent. But surprisingly enough, we got there early enough to get everything moved and moved all the tables under the other tent, and it worked out just fine. And thank goodness it broke where it did, because that was the same tent we had all of our media stuff under. We didn't lose any. We lost a surge protector and an extension cord. So all in all, pretty great success. We left the TVs under there. The speaker always goes in at night, but yeah, we just lost an extension cord and a surge protector. So I'm pretty thankful for that, because when I got that message and then I rolled in, I mean, the tent was like collapsed, man. Like it was toast, right? So yeah, I mean, it is what it is, but thankfully there's nobody under there and it's just a tent, right? So it could have been worse.
But what was the verdict on the live stream? Like who was responsible? Who did it?
All right, so not to point any fingers, it might have been a coach who, when they were putting it up on Sunday, had bent one of the braces, right? Maybe. Although I will say there was about 100 gallons of water pulled up, so like regardless, it was still going down. But there was a failure in one of the arms, and I think just all that weight, which it was already bent, it just kind of collapsed in on itself, right? So I don't think you can point really fingers. I think it was just Mother Nature running her course, but yeah, there's like one or two poles that were bent inside the frame up top, and it caved in. But I mean, 100 gallons of water, it's not a tiny amount of water, right? I mean, when the water finally came through, it was like an ocean had dropped down right under our tent. It was pretty gnarly.
Yeah.
So yeah,
poor driver Jamie.
Yeah, poor driver Jamie.
I'm pretty sure Ryan got thrown under the bus. Like it went all around. Yeah, AJ threw Ryan under the bus for the tent. Can you believe that?
Ryan didn't even help set it up, so there's no way it could be Ryan. And to be fair, like,
I know
there's no way, because AJ said media sticks to media. So you know what I did Sunday? I took pictures and videos of everybody setting up the tent. I didn't help. I got a video Ty not knowing how to swing a sledgehammer. It was awesome.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. So Bruno was great though. I mean, Adam came on Tuesday. He recorded a really special video for Cam. I was really excited about that. Jackson and I, co-hosted the live stream a little bit, which is like, if you watch, if you go back and watch the clips, you also know. But yeah, no, it was fun. I'm kind of miserable to be home because it's snowing already. But I go to Daytona later this week, so at least I get out of it for a couple of days.
Are you shooting at Daytona?
Yeah. So, I mean, but we did an interview with Coach Ty, and to basically tie this whole YouTube video together that we're putting together, Ty's doing futures at Daytona. Don't quote me. He told me that. I'm pretty sure it's happening. He's also doing the amateur days. So I'm going down to film Coach Ty, do his thing, and enjoy some warm weather. So it should be pretty fun. I leave Friday and I'm there till Wednesday. So I'm taking like an extra day just to kind of chill and enjoy the weather. But yeah, it'll be really fun. And I'm gonna bring down the Insta360s on the chest mount and try to get some cool like POV footage of Ty riding the track. So should be a couple videos that come from that, which should be fun.
Where are you flying into?
Daytona, DAB, I think.
Oh, dude, that's the best.
It is the best. Okay, I wasn't sure. I looked into the flight myself and just got approval from AJ. So, yeah,
dude, it's the airport's smaller than my home airport, which is hard to believe.
Interesting.
And
well, I have a pretty small.
It's attached to the track. I mean, you've been to Daytona.
No, this will be my first time.
You've never been to Daytona?
No, this will be my first time going to the race, going to the city in general. My first time in Florida was last November with Mitch. No, I've been there like once or twice for a class, but yeah, no, this would be the first time I go to Daytona, which should be fun.
Oh, you're gonna love it. Yeah, I mean, the city of Daytona is nothing to be excited about, to be honest. But the airport and the track are on all but the same property. There's this tiny little street that divides them. Yeah, so you'll fly in and land next to the stadium. It's very cool.
All right, that's good to know, because I was like, I'm landing in at, I think I land in at midnight maybe, and Ty's definitely going to be sleeping because I land like Friday into Saturday, so I wasn't sure like what the Uber situation would be to get to the hotel, but that makes me feel better. I didn't really look into it. I could have obviously done that, but thank you.
It's also Bike Week, which Bike Week is a huge deal. And then, but yeah, Daytona's sick because to get into the stadium, you'd like drive through the tunnel that goes under the track. You know what I mean? And then Bike Week is Bike Week. So it's kind of a big deal. But Daytona's such a good race. But are you going to go to Supercross?
Yeah, of course. Yeah, I reached out to our rep at Insta360, and I got Ty and his mechanic a pass. So we're gonna go to Supercross. Well, he's gonna be there for futures, right? So I'll film him doing his thing, and then we'll go to the stands, and I got to get some content for Insta360. But yeah, I'm excited. Obviously, like I said, I've never been at Daytona for the race, so it should be quite fun. I just hope I can get some shots from the stands is all.
Yeah. No, Daytona, the way it's set up is like you'll be able to shoot air quotes from the floor.
Yeah.
On the industry side.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But Daytona, the only thing with Daytona is it is the hardest place to shoot at.
Yeah.
Well, because
so
Daytona. No. So Daytona is the only track on the circuit of Supercross that is not managed by Feld.
Oh, yeah.
It's managed by Daytona. And it is a nightmare. It is a nightmare. Like, they are extremely strict.
Yep.
And
AC got kicked off the track, like, what was it, 1 or 2 years ago? They didn't even know who he was.
Yeah, they're kicking off announcers from the track. Like, it is a disaster. They pulled Adam's pass. I'm just like, oh my gosh. Yeah, I guess for people who don't know, basically Daytona, they run the cameras. It's not Feld Entertainment. They run the security, where every other stadium Supercross will go to is run by the same people. So you know the same faces, they know the deal, whatever. Daytona takes everything in-house. So basically, they don't know dirt bike riders. They don't know industry faces. They don't know who you are or what you're doing. They also don't really know how Supercross works, to be honest. I mean, yes, they've been doing it a long time, but they've been doing it their way. So I remember Daytona is such an iconic place, but it was the worst, like race of the year to try to make YouTube videos at. Because when I was shooting Supercross, like the first 2 years we had a hard time shooting, and then they changed the rules to allow YouTubers to start filming, which was huge. And I had a good relationship with the 3 security guys there. So they knew me, you know what I mean? Like, because I would just talk to them and whatever. And then you'd get to Daytona, and then everyone's just out to take you down, basically. It was unbelievable.
Yeah, well, I messed up, too, because like I don't know how I didn't think of this sooner. We're sponsored by Insta360, right? So they're a pretty big part of SMX now. I was talking to our rep the other day. She's like, oh, I can write you a letter of assignment. How did I not think of that? I don't know, but how did I not think of
all
that?
These years I haven't gotten a media pass for anything. The only thing and this was a story back when I was working with AJ, is how we couldn't get permission to do anything. The only media pass I have, and I still have it hanging on the wall over there, is for Straight Rhythm. That's the only place I got a media pass for.
Well, now in the future, obviously I can't get it for Daytona, but anything else I go to, I'm gonna hit up our girl Daisy and just say, hey, I'll get some content and then be able to get down on the track, which is super cool. I mean, that'll be a lifelong dream come true. So I'm super stoked. I'm just a little bit mad at myself for not thinking of that sooner. I can't believe I didn't think of that.
You got to do it at least 2 weeks in advance.
Yeah, yeah. Well, by the time we had that conversation, it was like a week out. So I was like, yeah, it's not gonna work this time, unfortunately. But
honestly, yeah. But for our stuff for Ty, so like basically, if you guys listen to the Ty podcast, Ty's story, I'm very excited about telling in terms of like a done up YouTube video. But now we gotta follow his journey. He's gonna try to get those points from amateur day at Daytona. So like we're gonna shoot that and make that part of the video, and we're gonna just start following these guys along. I need to do the same with Mitchell. As Mitchell races outdoors this year, we're gonna try to be at those races and keep telling his story and all that stuff. So it's gonna be wicked sweet. It's gonna be wicked sweet. I'm excited. I'm also jealous because I love Daytona. Honestly, I love Florida is what it comes down to.
Well, I'll get you a special video while I'm down there to make you feel included. That if you
want
that.
You and your special videos.
So at Verona, and they never will.
Ethan just got the kindest.
No, you don't tell.
Just went out of his way.
This is a secret.
He just went out of his way to get a video of Adam saying hi to me. It's very kind. I'm so honored.
And we got pictures of it too. There's so much content from that. It's actually amazing. So I want to tell a funny story, and by funny story, it's gonna be 2 seconds, and I'm gonna pop a picture up on the screen. So Ty posted a story. I think it was Thursday night of AJ in full gear at Texas Roadhouse.
What?
I thought it was AI. I didn't think it was real. Like AJ and Ali went to Texas Roadhouse. AJ had no idea they were going. Ali's like, yeah, let's go get dinner. Ty and Mitchell show up after they texted their house group chat and said, hey, we're at Texas Roadhouse if you guys want to come. Ty and Mitchell walk in, and AJ's just standing up in the middle of the restaurant, full gear, pants, jersey, boots, you name it, straight from the track, straight to Texas Roadhouse. So I'm going to pop that picture up on screen. I told AJ I'm going to get about 1,000 t-shirts printed with his picture blasted on the front of it. And then anytime we go to a camp or a class, I'm going to go to every Goodwill donation box and just drop them. So be on the lookout, guys. Anywhere we go, just make sure you hit the thrift stores because you might be able to get some gold. I'm really excited about that.
Wow, that's crazy.
That's
your story.
There's a few things we have from Instagram, a few things we have from the app today. First
up,
well,
hang on. Can we talk about the elephant in the room?
Yeah, what's the elephant?
The elephant in the room is Supercross this weekend.
Oh yeah. How could I?
Let's keep it on topic because it was an absolute catastrophe. You didn't see it?
I started to watch, but I had a red eye that morning, so I was pretty much up all night. I got 2 hours of sleep. I started to watch the race, and I fell asleep.
Where is AJ right now? He's in Hawaii?
Yeah, I don't know where exactly in Hawaii, but yeah, he's in Hawaii.
Let's see. So it's 6:40 in the morning there.
He might be up, though, because of the time difference. I don't know.
I'm going to call him.
Starting a FaceTime audio call to Age Catanzaro.
I guarantee.
Home.
Yeah, you should be able to. I guarantee he doesn't answer. Does he know we're doing this? Okay.
Hello.
Oh, are you asleep?
Yeah, we're in Hawaii, so it's
6:40.
I don't know what time. 7:40.
Oh, 7:40. It's a 5. I thought it was a 6 hour difference. Hey, well, welcome to the Moto Academy podcast. I just need a quick opinion from you, if that's okay.
Are we live?
We were so live, dude.
Wow. Okay.
So, did you watch Supercross?
I just opened my eyes 30 seconds ago, so I'm sure I'll be of a lot of help here.
Well, did you watch Supercross?
So I watched it in a new way, and I think this is how I'm going to watch it moving forward. I went on YouTube, and I just watched the 30-minute highlights of the whole night.
Okay.
So who knows what I missed, but I feel like I saw something.
Okay, well, I need your opinion on the red cross flag situation.
Oh, uh,
Would you like a
and
recap?
yeah, which race was it? There was a
Both
red
of
flag
them.
in something.
Both of them. So Joe Shimoda was in the lead in 250 class, rolled the double before the finish line and the finish line because the lights were on. Okay. Pierce Brown jumped while the lights were on and passed him and then won. Okay.
Oh, that they didn't show that at all in the highlights. I was wondering why Shimoda rolled the finish line. That's why?
Yeah. So he rolled it because the lights were flashing. Derek Kelly was down somewhere and the lights were flashing. And there's video of Pierce Brown also jumping while the lights were on. Okay. And then the 450 class, Hunter hits the finish line. Tomac, Webb, and Roxon all jump while the Red Cross flag is out. All three of them. And AMA didn't dock anybody this weekend.
Really?
None of them. All four of them got away with it.
That never happens. Usually the AMA docks people no matter what with that.
No, it actually, like, it doesn't make any sense. And, like, I was looking at an article from Moto, and they just have the photos where they're just clear as day jumping on the Red Cross flags, and they did nothing about it. I'm so confused. I was kind of assuming you'd have some rebuttal for some reason.
Whoa.
But it doesn't make any sense.
No, I mean, usually it's the exact opposite in that, like, even if it was kind of justified why they might have jumped on the Red Cross, like maybe it came out as they were, their front tire was leaving the ground, whatever it is. Usually they still dock you, and then it seems unfair.
Right.
I mean, in recent history, I've never really seen that people just blatantly get away with it, especially for the lead.
Yeah. Look at the article
Whoa.
I just sent you. I texted it to you.
Yeah, I'm reading it.
And then just look at the photos. Like, there's no, I don't get it. And Lars from Honda obviously protested both of them, as he should have, because it affected all of his guys. Like, Hunter would have a bigger lead points wise and then Shimoda, I don't know if you could overturn Pierce Brown's win, but points wise, right? Like, it seems insane.
Well, so the Pierce Brown one, he's in the air when that thing is Red Cross, but then, so who knows? Maybe that came on as he was in the air.
Well, but then again, Shimoda was right in front of him and rolled it.
Yeah.
Weird.
Wow. Oh, it's both in the same section too.
Yeah. Yeah. And then I think
450 and 250 class, it was the finish line section. That's odd.
Yeah. And then on the 450 class, like, the only rebuttal that you can make is that they were pulling the Red Cross flag back in while they all jumped while it was out, but they all jumped while it was out.
Why was it out in the 450 class?
Let me look if it's in here. I'm not sure. I don't know why it was out, but it was out. You know what I mean? I think, honestly, there may have been a tough block on the landing, potentially.
Oh, yeah, it might have been.
But either way.
But that wouldn't be a Red Cross.
Yeah, it doesn't make any sense. Well, it probably would have. I mean, depending on where it was. I may have just made that up, by the way. So, take that with a grain of salt.
All right.
Is that not bizarre or what?
Some type of Supercross conspiracy.
It is a conspiracy. For sure.
I think KTM's paying off the AMA. KTM's involved somehow.
Dude, somebody posted that like Deegan had an inside guy. Like, try to get Star, you know what I mean? But yeah, pretty wild, huh? Well, how's Hawaii? What are you doing in Hawaii?
It's great. It's raining a lot. Well, we got 2 feet of snow in Connecticut, so I just canceled the flight home, and instead we booked a one-way flight to Hawaii. And now we're here.
That sounds wonderful.
Yeah, and we don't really know what we're going to do. So we might we're in Kauai, so we might just go to Maui. But I don't know. We also ran into an Australian couple yesterday, and they're like, yeah, the weather's beautiful back home right now because it's our summer. And I was like, well, how long is the flight? Like 8 hours. I'm like, oh, really? Only 8 hours? So part of me almost thinks we could go back around the world the other way on the way home.
Ask him. Ask him if he's gonna go check out that track.
I think he can hear you.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Yeah,
oh,
yeah.
What? Hey, how you
yes,
doing?
I already drove by it. It's beautiful and right on the beach. Now the biggest problem is I heard before I came here that Kauai is the rainy island.
Yeah.
But I didn't think I quite realized how rainy. Like,
it's rainy.
This time of year, it rains on and off all day, every day. So how would you?
Yeah, you wouldn't be able to ride.
It's worse on this side. I'm on the north shore of the island, so it's basically it's where they filmed Jurassic Park.
Okay.
So picture that type of setting.
So it just seems like we can't escape the rain no matter where we go right now. Unbelievable.
Yeah. Now where the track is right by the airport, and it's less elevation and it's less rainy, but it's still very rainy. And I don't know if it would be plausible. It would be in the summer months, but it wouldn't. Yeah, that wouldn't be as helpful. I really need a place for the winter. So.
Yep. Unfortunate. Well, hey, at least it was worth the shot, right?
Yeah. So maybe on to the next. We'll go look at Maui, see if it's less rainy there.
Hey, I forgot to tell you, AJ, that I have to go to New Zealand with Mitchell next year for those classes.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's it.
It's storyline. It's storyline.
Yeah, it's for the video.
Okay. You gotta do some research or storyline.
Yeah, I'm gonna have him jump through the hills of Hobbiton.
That sounds fake.
Wait, isn't there a place in? Oh, it's because Lord of the Rings.
Lord of the Rings. Yeah, New Zealand is a bucket list place for me. Yeah.
Well, we were just in Verona Oaks where they shot motocross. So you missed that. And then
wait, what?
Yeah, 25th anniversary of the week we were there.
The Disney movie Motocross.
They shot it at Verona Oaks?
Yeah, dude, we were there the week of the 25th anniversary. Can you believe it?
You're kidding me.
Yeah, and I got nail polish, but we never got a chance to film it. I was gonna have AJ put nail polish on the starting gate.
No way.
Yeah, I still have the nail polish
brilliant.
though, so we'll have to just do it another time.
Yeah, I also heard you had some guy named Adam there. I don't think I've ever heard of him.
Yeah, he thinks you're really special, Cam. He loves you.
So did Ethan fill you in on how we had him race day live relay race?
Well, I watched it on the live stream.
Oh, right.
Dude,
and
then he fell into a mud hole.
He sank into the mud hole and said, "You're gonna need a crane to get me out." I couldn't hold the camera straight. It was so funny. Literally, like up to his shins in mud.
Yeah, he was solid. We did a private lesson with 3 of the students at one point for an hour. I mean, he was he's done these before with us too, and he's been very good every time. But it was solid, and I think it was expensive, but probably justified in that we got a bunch of value for the people that were physically there, and then we got a ton of content. So the only negative really was that he was in his gear, but it was cold and rainy, so he had his jacket on the whole time.
Yeah,
Where
it's a bummer we didn't have the KXs.
Yeah, so like covering his. Yeah, he said he would have hopped on a bike almost at one point, but it was just cold and rainy.
Well, AJ, before we let you go, I put out a poll yesterday with the group photo of all the coaches, and I just said, "What coach do you think would win? Who do you think topped the charts?"
Well, I bet you that Coach Ty wouldn't put it past him to have created multiple fake Instagram accounts to go in there and try and vote for himself over and over and over.
It's funny you say that because Ty replied and he goes, "Don't even get me started with like 10 periods." I was cracking up. It was so funny. But you won. It was you with 7, and then Mitch was 6, and then Ty with 5. So shout out.
As I should.
Yeah.
Now it depends what type of track. I mean, you put me on a supercross track. If Ty thinks he can beat me, he's delusional. But if you
it's only delusional until
put us on an outdoor track. I don't know. Even if you put us on an outdoor track, I still think I think Ty would be really surprised.
I believe it. Well, you guys haven't duked it out yet. I'm really looking forward to the day when we can make this happen, because it'd be a killer video, and then it might humble a few people, which I'm excited for.
Well, and even Mitchell's really fast, and Aiden's fast. I mean, we have a bunch of Braden's fast.
Yeah, I mean,
so,
if we had a race it with Braden,
yeah,
I'm not gonna lie. I think he has it right now. I'm not gonna lie.
Well, at Brona Oaks, for
especially,
sure.
yeah.
No, I think it'd be sweet, and we should do it. What we started doing at this last camp, Cam, was we do a coach's exhibition ride at the beginning.
Oh.
So we get all of the coaches on the bikes the Monday morning.
Yep.
And I just think it was like all the students were lined up watching.
And
it was just like the perfect. Yeah, just cruised in, broke the track in. Verona was perfect because there was whip jump after whip jump. So just like learn the track, learn the jumps, got to throw some whips, and it just kind of sets the tone for the week and creates credibility for all the coaches, right?
Right. Yeah, you all look the same probably, right?
Yeah, we all had the gear on. It just looks like
it was legit. It was legit. Not to mention,
and I think it's important because a lot of people, I can't assume that people even know who I am or if I'm, I'm getting old enough and I've been retired for long enough where there's probably a lot of people that don't even know I race Supercross, right? So there's that. A lot of them probably don't know what Coach Ty rides like or how Coach Mitchell rides or any of us for that matter. So us going out and just like it creates instant credibility.
Yeah. Right.
And I get a couple bangers.
So that will be a move.
It's a win-win.
Yeah, that will. And I won that best whip contest, by the way. So
yeah, for sure. I mean, when we did the
there was never
on Wednesday when we did the little session there, that was fun too. We had some good clips from that and good pictures. Shout out, Alan.
Yeah, shout out. Okay, I gotta go to breakfast. Good luck on the rest of the podcast. Yeah, Millie, say hi to the Moto Academy podcast.
Oh, hello, Millie.
Wow,
that's the right idea.
Millie, can you say aloha?
Yeah. Huh?
It's Muffins on the phone. Say aloha.
Yeah.
Say hi, Muffins.
Shout out.
Wow.
That's my bestie.
Out.
All right, guys. Good luck out there.
See
All
ya.
right, keep it real. See ya.
Okay. Toodles.
I actually cannot believe he just answered the phone for me.
I didn't think he would either. I mean, it's so
I don't know if has that ever happened?
He never answered.
I mean, maybe back in the day, but yeah, that's crazy.
I get like a text back a couple hours later, which, hey, I'll take it. Yeah.
Anyway, what were we talking about? That was not a very helpful take on my Supercross idea, but
yeah, I mean, I think
it doesn't make any sense.
Like, Shimoda got gypped. I don't really know what happened in the 450 class because I fell asleep by the time that race started, but something should have happened. That shouldn't have been like they shouldn't have not done anything, right? Or not done nothing, right? So, I mean,
obviously, like
feel bad for Shimoda.
The rebuttal is Pierce Brown could have still won that race, and I fully am in support of that idea. But I'm surprised. Like, they're usually so strict about Red Cross, and these were undeniable. Like, all I can say is I must be missing something major because the evidence is so clear that they all jumped on a Red Cross. It doesn't make any sense.
Yeah.
Anyway, okay, on to the next thing.
Well, we got 2 questions from the app. One is from Evan Beecher. He says, will I ever be going live again on Wednesdays? I used to do Wednesday live streams. I won't be doing the weekly Wednesday live streams, but if you're in part of the ambassador program, Coach Matt and I are working on some things to do monthly or maybe bi-weekly live streams where I kind of give the ambassadors a kind of an alley-oop on content to make, right? So if you're not in the app, join the app. And if you're not an ambassador, apply to the program now because we're basically going to give you the cheat sheet on how to make content at a high level, right? So, shout out Evan for that question. And then we got another one from the Lorson Bros. They go, hey, Ethan and Cam, will there ever be some content of the team behind the lens? Would love to see what it takes for you guys to get out and make such great content. I know you guys bust your butts during camp, and I'm sure you are just as busy normally. You guys rock, and we'd love to see you guys shown also. Shout out Lorson Bros. Cam, what do you think of that?
Oh, well, for one, we did an interview with the Lorson Bros.
Yeah.
And they are great.
The best.
They are great. I mean, we did an interview with them down at 74MX camp, and we're going to be doing a video highlight on their family and probably follow them around for the year. They have season passes. They're going to a bunch of camps. They're in the perfect location to like hit a bunch of locations this year.
Yeah, I think they said like 7 or 8, if I'm not mistaken. I know they'll be at CGI at the end of April, which is cool. And I'm pretty sure, I don't know if this is too much inside ball, but Renee, the mother, will be helping us out in the trailer for that camp, and probably a few
cool.
others this year. So she'll be kind of part of the team, which she already is. Like, she helped out so much at 74MX, right? So it only makes sense to have a great woman like that helping us out. And like Britt said best, if you can manage a handful of kids, you can manage what goes on inside of the trailer, right? So I'm looking forward to that.
They were brilliant, and it was super great to sit down with them. That's why I love doing interviews, because I just like getting to know people too.
Yeah, I've started to, like, for me, having to do them at Arizona and Verona without you, I was kind of nervous, as you know. I reached out to you a few times before both of those camps, but now that I've done 6 of them by myself, I actually quite enjoy it. Like, it's fun to just
you're just
have
talking
a
to people.
conversation. You have a base outline of like what your questions are going to be, but then very quickly it kind of just turns into a conversation. I'm able to like pick their brain, and yeah, I'm actually loving it, which is cool, because I've always been the production assistant for that kind of stuff, like in my past before Moto Academy, right? So to now be the one like kind of running the show, it's cool to see the other side of it.
Yeah. So, all that to say, back in the day when AJ and I were doing Supercross, like, that's what I did on my personal channel, was like the air quote behind the scenes stuff, but that was only so behind the scenes anyway. Now, where we're headed potentially. So what I pay close attention to the people who do this stuff the best, on a major scale. And one of the companies that I watch closely is Dude Perfect, in how they do content and where they're headed, because they've created a company based off content that is so much bigger than content, right? I mean, they're talking about doing amusement parks. They're doing major brand deals. Like, they're just a huge company now. And they do that exact thing. They have like DP editors, accounts and stuff, and they actually do a really good job of it. So it's an interesting concept. Will we do some behind the scenes stuff? Maybe.
Yeah, I think I like the idea of it. It's just we've got so much going on for the company right now. I think it's just another thing to add to the envelope. But I think it would be cool to, at the very least, like we have a question that I can talk about in a minute, but like, show what goes into it. Like, how do you film an Instabanger, or how do you put together a video like this or like that, right? So at the very least, we could do like some educational stuff on like what goes into what we do, right? If it's not behind the scenes.
Yeah, I remember Dave Drakes came up to me one round, and he was like, "Oh, give me one tip to make better dirt bike videos or whatever." And my tip was shoot from the shadow side, which is probably the biggest thing you could do to instantly make footage look better, is shoot from the shadow side. But yeah, I don't know. Maybe we will. I mean, we're doing this.
Yeah, this is
So that's
a step in the right direction for sure.
So basically where we're at with the Moto Academy is I think we do a little over 3,000 pieces of content a year right now, give or take, not counting graphics. So probably well over 3,000 pieces of content a year.
If we're counting graphics, it's in the tens for sure.
Yeah, and we want to scale that just on the Moto Academy front alone. So there's 4 of us now, I guess, because I just joined, but really it's 3 of you guys making all the content. And that is a lot of content. So how we scale that and then make time for us would be a little bit tricky, but I think
we're getting there.
Maybe one day for sure.
We have things up our sleeves. There's ideas we have. It's just a matter of getting some other projects finished up and then being able to execute on that. But I think it's inevitable that at some point in the future, and when we answer another question, I might be able to provide a little bit more validity to it. But I think it's very possible within the next couple of years for sure.
Yeah, I think priority 1 is develop the characters that are on screen now.
Yeah,
that's
100%.
number 1. And I know we keep talking about all these interviews we're doing, all these stories we're doing. None of it has come out outside of podcast form. But we're working on those in the edit phase now, and those are going to be pretty interesting. So I am excited to get those out. Like, telling people stories is what I've always been passionate about. So we're right around the corner there, but we're going to do that first and then see where it takes us.
100%. So we got a couple questions from Instagram. I try to, tell the community on Instagram to kind of gear these towards content. But of course, We got one question that's not super content related, but I think both of us are more than qualified to answer. So this
We're
is,
less than qualified, but we're gonna answer it anyway.
yeah, even if we're not, right? So this question is from Luke Celeste 17. He goes, "What is the best 125 two-stroke?"
I love this.
I know the obvious answer, and if this is the kid from camp, I think he's just rage baiting because we had a kid at camp who said, "Oh, what's the best 125 two-stroke?" And I was telling him, YZ 125. YZ 125 is the best two-stroke, and he was dead set on a newer KTM. So I'd be curious to hear what you say.
Oh, interesting. Yeah, new KTM, 100%.
Really, I think
Fuel injected, dude.
I'm not trying to burn any bridges, but like the EFI is just no good unless the last generation or so has been decent, like the last year. But from my experience, they're kind of sluggish. They bog a lot.
Okay.
They're not like totally ironed out yet. So
Okay, everybody relax. Everybody relax.
For me, the Yamaha. I mean, the carburetor, obviously, it can still have issues, but I think the YZ is just it's a machine, bro. And the stock KYB is just so good. I literally just sold my Honda on Saturday. I didn't like it, and when I'm ready to buy another bike, I'm buying a YZ250F just because I know that KYB is going to be killer. So if you ask me, it's a YZ125. That's the best one.
Suspension on Yamaha is hard to beat. Here's what I'll say. I recently did some edits on my account about riding a 125, and now I want one. I kind of just want a lot of things right now. I want a 450. I want a 125. And I was looking, and I've wanted a TC 125 forever for some reason.
My cousin had two 23s. He got a ECU in them, and then they were great. They were great bikes, but
I just
you
think
had
they're
to spend $1,000 on an ECU for each of them.
Well, so I was looking at Husky and KTM 150s because the new generations are fuel injected, which is sweet. And then, yeah, I mean, I've ridden KTMs, and they're probably my least favorite setup. I'm a Yamaha, Cowie, Honda guy. I just like aluminum frames, I think. I don't love the just my personal opinion. I don't hate them either, but I would do a TC 125 or TC 150 or something like that. Or I'd ride a Yamaha. I mean, honestly, two strokes, I just want to have fun on them anyway.
Yeah, exactly. Well, there's part of me that wants to get another 125. I do have one in the garage, but it's the Woods version. It's the 125X, and it's fun. Not really great for moto. I mean, it's great in the trails, but like the gears are just so short. Like you're shifting 100 million more times than you need to.
So it's just geared down, basically.
Yeah, pretty much. Which I'm sure I could do stuff to it, but it's like, why even put the money into it? I'd rather just get a bike that's meant for the track, right? So I don't know.
Get a Yamaha. I want to get a Yamaha 450. I don't know why. I'm against 450s, but I just kind of, I don't know.
Just kind of want.
I want a Stark. I want a lot of things,
dude. Part of me wants to buy a new bike, and then part of me is just eyeing up an FX6. I just kind of want to get another camera. I don't know why. I don't need it, but I want it. And
I haven't bought new cameras in a long time. As you know, I still don't. I'm still on Panasonic, but.
Well, I got the FX3 like 2 years ago, just over 2 years ago. And it's a great camera. It does everything I need, but I think just to get the next step up, especially now that we're shooting more of these interviews, to have a 2-camera angle when I'm out on the road by myself would just be super helpful. And I don't want to use the A7 III to get the second angle. So I'd have the FX3 be the B cam, and then obviously FX6 be the A cam.
Hey, I spent $2,500 this morning on camera related equipment.
I don't even want to tell you how much I've spent in the last month. It's kind of gross.
I ran out of space this morning, so I bought 80 more terabytes.
Hey, sick. Love it.
Yeah,
you can never have too much. I wish I had my hard drives on me because I could show you guys how many, which is not the right way to do it, but I have a crap ton. I've got probably $5,000 worth of external SSDs, which is ridiculous.
Yeah, that's not the way to do it. I have 2 servers. I have like 100, just for reference for people. I keep every clip I've ever shot in my life. I have every clip. Maybe my kid one day will care. But I have 140 terabytes full, I think, in my office. Yeah. And I just bought another 80. So, yeah. And everything's RAID. Everything's redundant. So I have 2 copies of everything. Okay. Anyway, nobody cares about this. So,
yeah, all right. So I got a 3-part question here from some guy named Air Productions. I don't know who that is.
Air Productions. Sounds like somebody who would edit in DaVinci.
Cam, what got you into media?
Okay. I I think I've told this story before, but it was years ago. So I grew up loving action sports, skateboards, scooters, dirt bikes, mountain bikes, snowboards, snowmobiles, basically anything action sport that you can do in Vermont. I was all about it. Oh, we had a trampoline phase. We did it all. And I was always the worst at them out of my friends. So I was the one with the camera in my hand. So we would make a ton of videos. There is a YouTube channel that still exists from videos from when I was like 7 years old, my very first video ever, to when I was about 12 years old. And they're all public and they're all still there. It's actually the account that I watch YouTube on because it has premium. The mid-pack account is not the one I use. So anyway, those all still exist, all those first videos. But yeah, honestly, then I just loved it. Like when I was a kid, I loved writing stories. And then I had an English teacher who was just absolutely atrocious and ruined it for me. And it became work and I hated it. And I was like, I don't want to write anymore. And then I had this other film thing going on. And then, yeah, it was like, wait, I can tell stories in filmmaking. And that's quite literally where it started for me, as I was like, I love telling stories. I always had a camera in my hand. And that was it. That was it. In 8th grade, I decided I wanted to go to school for filmmaking. So like before high school, I was like, this is what I'm going to do. So in high school, that's all I did was filmmaking. I got hired at a production company when I was 16. It was my first job. I started as an internship. They hired me on the second day. And I was doing that and I was like, well, I already have my dream job, so I'm not going to go to school. Didn't go to college, and then worked there for a few years, decided to go out on my own. And I've been doing that since. So now I've been doing that for quite a long time.
It's funny the way your story started, because it's very similar to me. Like to go.
You had no other talent?
Well, no, so like to go back, like my grandfather, like photography and videography was always his hobby. Like we have VHS tapes from the 80s, the 70s, like maybe not that long, but we have VHS tapes that go all the way back to when my dad was first born, photos and all that stuff. So like when I grew up, he had just a fleet of cameras, right? And I remember just never being able to touch them. There was like one that I used to do like iCarly videos. Like I'd pretend to be Fred, and then my cousins would be, you know, Sam and Carly. And I remember that being kind of like where I first started. I got a little Nikon Coolpix, or maybe it's not Nikon, but I got a little Coolpix camera, and I would take pictures with that. I got a GoPro at certain point, so I would, you know, ride with it, go snowboarding with it. I would literally film Dude Perfect videos with my buddy right around the corner. You name it. Like I was very similar in the aspect that like I liked action sports, but I was not good at them. So I was also the one with the camera. I fell out of it for a few years, and then my junior year of high school, I started dating my first girlfriend, who was a 3-sport athlete. I'd go to all her games, but I just kind of would get bored, I guess, right? And I remember calling my grandfather, and I'm like, hey, like, could you help me get into photography? He said, say no more. He got me a Pentax ISTD, which was a SLR camera. So from there, I'd go to every single game, whether it was her games or, you know, just my friends or whatever. I'd go to every game just about, take photos. At that time, I was also taking a computer video production class, and I just fell in love with it. I picked it up very quickly. You know, I'd go home, work on my projects, and it got to the point where like I couldn't get any work done in class because I was helping everybody get their projects done, right? So I just started putting in the work and fell in love with it from there. Like literally just nonstop. I went to community college for digital media. Did a bunch of freelance at the time during COVID because, you know, I was asynchronous. So I did all my schoolwork by 10 a.m. every day, and then I'd just go out and shoot music videos or whatever, right? And then, you know, fast forward, just going to sound gross to say, 8 years from when I was in junior year, here we are, right? So I just kind of always had a knack for it, and fell in love with it very quickly. And then once I realized I could make some coin from it, that was it.
Yeah, why not? The follow-up question is, would you recommend it to others? And I think so. Why not? If you're into it.
Yeah, I mean, exactly. If you, and maybe if it's not media, but like if you love something and you have a passion for it, what's the worst that happens if you try, right? You fail, right? Or I wouldn't even say fail, but like you learn from it, right? So it wasn't easy to get to where I am now. It took, you know, 6 years after I graduated high school to get to this point. There's a lot of highs and lows. There's a lot of part-time jobs in between. You know, I was shoveling horse crap when I got the call to come and film for AJ for the first time. Like I was working at a horse farm, right? So it's not been an easy journey, but if you're resilient and you believe in it, I say go for it, because why not, right? I mean, what do you have to lose? Especially if you're young. I would say the younger you can start, the better off you'll be. I know people who are younger than I was when I first started, and I can't wait for them to be my age, because they're going to be leaps above me. I remember like one of my first inspirations, you know, he was about my age when I first got into it, and he said the same thing to me. He's like, I cannot wait until you're my age, because dude, you're going to be a beast. And here we are. Right. So I can't wait to find that kid, you know, at some point and be able to help mentor him a little bit, because man, it's super cool. Super, super cool.
Yeah. How old are you?
23. I'll be 24 later this year. So I'm still pretty young.
Yeah. I think it's great. Obviously, I love doing it. I can't do anything else. I literally do not know how to do anything else.
Yeah, me either.
Really. I think that's a downside of deciding what I was going to do so early, as I have no other skill. Like if I had to go work, I wouldn't be able to do anything else.
Yeah,
which is kind of funny.
Well, I mean, I almost joined the union at one point, the steam fitters near me. I was just really close, really close to becoming like a steam fitter, whatever that means. I don't even know. I just knew that I could get in and make some good coin doing it, but I just realized like I need to continue at it, and I'm thankful I did, because you know, here we are.
Yeah, I think the most amazing part about filmmaking is the places it will take you. I remember, obviously, the AJ gig brought me all over the place. We went to Dubai. We've gone to basically every state in the country other than Hawaii and Alaska. I really want to go to Hawaii and Alaska. But anyway, been all over the world, quite literally, to do this filmmaking thing. And then, like, I remember some jobs outside of AJ. I remember my first gig in New York City, which is just different. It's just different. The industry is just different in New York City. I remember I had to have a $10 million liability insurance policy to walk into the building with a camera. And I was like, holy cow. So now I have that. And the only thing about filmmaking is just like, I guess this is kind of anything, is it's extremely expensive. Like you have to charge so much just to be able to turn a profit. Because, you know, hard drives are a lot cheaper than they used to be, but I spend a few $1,000 a year on hard drives.
Though all this AI stuff, they're getting more expensive actually.
Yeah, they are kind of getting more.
gross.
The demand is going up. But then again, 80 terabytes when I started was probably like 10 grand, and now it's down to a couple grand, which is great.
You're
but
kind of old.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, just ancient over here, 3 whole years older than you are. Yeah, so I don't know. I mean, we probably over the years have a good house in camera gear
Oh my
now.
gosh, yeah. I mean, dude, just what I
You
travel
know?
with. I was talking about it with Ryan at Barona. We had all our gear on the table, laptops and everything, and I'm like, dude,
Oh, it's incredible.
you think about how much money this is right here. Granted, I wouldn't take a single penny back to get, you know what I mean? I'm thankful I have it, but like, there's a lot that goes into it, and then like, not to mention like the time that you put into just a single video. Like, people don't really understand that it's more than just pressing record and putting a couple clips together. It takes a lot of time, you know, whether you're filming,
No, the time is
editing,
incredible.
or even just getting to and from location. Like, there is so much that goes into it. And if you want a good video, it's not just show up and record. Like, people are putting hours of pre-production in just to plan out the shoot and what it's going to look like and what the final edit's going to look like, right? So it's not simple, but if you do love it, it becomes pretty easy quickly.
Yeah.
The more you do it, right? So
if any of you OGs were there when our last year Supercross, when we were making like the really done up videos, they were really done up. We had the partnership with Jet. We did all those videos. Like if anybody saw the series Mindset with Jet, those were all 60 to 80 hour edits, which is an extreme amount of time to do every single week. But it's great. We like doing it. And I don't know how to do anything else. So might as well do it. Okay. Follow-up question from Mr. Cohen, who's on our team, by the way, for anybody who didn't know. thanks for the question, Cohen. Is how do you start? And I actually just had this conversation the other day with somebody. I am a big proponent of the best camera you got is the one in your pocket, is the one you have. iPhones are so good. On my personal channel, like for YouTube, I've started my go-to cameras are my phone and a $500 DJI Osmo Pocket camera and like I can't, sorry, I forgot Moto Academy was sponsored by somebody. And my Insta 360 Ace Pro, which is totally what I use. No, I'm just kidding. Anyway, but yeah, honestly, what I've learned from YouTube, one of my favorite YouTubers, and obviously if you're going to do commercial work, which is what we do as well, that's a different beast, right? Like that's a different beast. You got to have pretty gear. You got to do the whole thing up. But one of my favorite creators on YouTube right now is Ryan Trahan. I'm pretty sure he makes videos for children, but I love him for it. And he's just overwhelmingly positive. But what I love about Ryan Trahan is he is a master storyteller. In my opinion, he's similar to Casey Neistat back in his prime, if you will, in that the way he gets the job done is like dirty. Meaning like he films with iPhones only. Like this dingy little lav mic that he carries around and it's always in the shot. Like you're not trying to hide it, but he's a master storyteller and his videos are so engaging. He's figured it out. Like, if I want to go anywhere now, I want to go there where it's like, you're just entertaining and engaging and it doesn't matter what you use or how you get there. You just have to get there, it's pretty cool. And that costs nothing. It costs nothing. A lot of people already have other than hard drive space.
The most you got to do is buy a set of mics. You know what I mean?
Yeah. If that. I mean, but you got to learn the skill. Like,
but it comes with time. You can't just expect to get good at it. You got to just do it until you figure it out. There's no.
Yeah, your knowledge base has to outweigh your gear at that point. Because gear does make a difference. I'm not going to be that guy who's like, oh, you don't need, like, gear makes a difference. Don't get me wrong, but it doesn't make up for story.
No, especially not at the start. I mean, you just need something that you can press record with and learn from. That's why when people message me and they're like, hey, I've got $5,000 to get started out with, I'm like, nope, you're going to spend like $1,000 at max. You know what I mean? Like you don't need the craziest equipment. I mean, I started out with a 20-year-old photo camera when I first started. Thing was horrible, but I learned the basic mechanics from it, right? So
yeah, mine was a T3i with a kit lens.
Yep,
I used that for years.
Yep.
Years.
I believe it.
And it was sick.
I moved up pretty quickly because I got so actually I think I was cleaning the shutter one day and I destroyed the camera. So I moved up pretty quickly. I got a Nikon D5600. I had that for about a year, and then I got the A7 III, which I still use for photos to this day. So. Yeah, I've had about four cameras. Not about. I have had 4 cameras.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, next question. Last one. No, 2. There's 2 more. Sorry.
Is there? Oh yeah. Let's do the last one first, and then the first one last.
Yeah, whatever.
I'll ask you, Cam. How does someone who's new to Moto get involved? Which I don't know if you know who this is. This is Tasia. She's the girl who interviewed Deegan at World Supercross this year. I don't know if you saw that clip or not.
Interviewed Deegan at World Supercross.
You'd probably seen the clip. I don't know. It went pretty viral. But besides the point, how do you get started in Moto?
I don't really know how to answer that question. You go ride a dirt bike, I guess.
No,
like, what are we talking
get into
about?
like Moto content, right?
Media.
Yeah. So I mean, I can answer that from my perspective.
I don't know. Yeah. Okay. Well, I can tell you what worked for me.
Yeah. You say.
And then you can tell me your story. So yeah, obviously I started filming my friends because I was the worst at it. That's where it started. And then I went to like my local. Basically, here's what happened. I filmed dirt bikes with my friends. And then I was like, I'd like to do this. There was a day where I was like, I love dirt bikes. I love filmmaking. At the time, I loved filmmaking more than dirt bikes. I think that's switched now. I think I like dirt bikes more than filmmaking. But I at the time I liked filmmaking more than dirt bikes. And I was like, man, like it would be the ultimate to combine these things. And I didn't know what that meant. I definitely didn't think it would bring us where we are today. But what I did is I reached out to a guy named Greg Link at Links Racing. He is the engine builder. He's a 2-stroke engine builder for Orange Brigade. Do you know who Orange Brigade is?
Yeah.
Or what that is?
Yeah, it's
Okay,
the
yeah.
KTM
KTM
team, no?
amateur. Yeah. So he builds all their engines. He's the guy. Like if you go to Loretta's, you're going to see Twisted Development and you're going to see Links Racing.
Okay.
Now Greg
Oh, yeah,
was
yeah, yeah.
my
Okay. Yeah. I
Greg
know.
was my mechanic when I was a kid because he lives a half hour from me. And his race shop is a half hour from me in Vermont for no good reason. I don't know why he's still up here, but Greg is super legit. So I reached out to him, and he was my connection to Buddy Antonez because Buddy Antonez was my trainer before AJ was, and then all this stuff. So anyway, I reached out to Greg and I was like, hey, I'd love to make you a video for whatever. And I'm like, I'll make a video for your shop. I'll make a video of your riders, like whatever it takes. So this was years ago now, but I drove over to his place, made the shop a video. It was great. It was fun. Greg, his like, you would, he is just like the most meticulous, clean guy I've ever seen. His shop is immaculate, always has been. Like if you go to a shop, you have to put on a different pair of shoes to walk around. Seriously. Yeah, he's so legit. And I remember in that video, when I was doing the dyno shots, the engine that was in the dyno bike was Daxton Bennick's back in the day. Yeah. So he was dynoing, I'm saying that right. Dyno, right? Yeah, it's dyno. He was dynoing Daxton Bennick's engine in that video, which is kind of cool. So I made that video and I was like, okay, that's a step into the industry. So that was a guy that I knew from racing, local shop, whatever. And then after that, I made a done up video for a friend at the time, just at my house. It was golden hour, dust flying. It looked super pretty. And that was actually the video that I sent to AJ. It was of the kid riding. So I had seen, it was COVID. I had seen that AJ trained at my local track. I had never really heard of him. I think he had 30,000 subscribers at the time on one channel. And I'm like, can't hurt. Messaging him on Instagram. I'm like, hey, I'd love to make you a video. This is the sort of stuff I do. And he was like, okay, call me. Sent me his phone number. I was like, what? So I called him and he's like, yeah, come down to Virginia and make a video for the Moto Academy. And went down, did it. And then this is what was interesting. I was shy back then, so I went down, did the video, barely talked to him, whatever. And then he was teaching a class like 2 weeks later up near me in Vermont. So I reached out to him and I was like, hey, like, I really think this video needs an interview. Could we do an interview while you're here? And he's like, yeah. So he drove from the airport, my local airport, to my house to do the interview. And then he's like, can I stay here? And he just stayed with me. And that was really the beginning of it all. And from there, we just kept making videos. So I think the best way to get involved in moto is to start, look around you locally, and then get good, I think is a big piece. But I think more than anything is, and this is any industry, but especially this one, is relationships are the only thing that it's all that matters. It's all that matters. Like, be good at what you're doing, try to improve always, but you just have to put the people first, period. The people who make it the furthest, I think, do that the best. And my example of that is Kenny Day, who is the Fox rep. He's now the global Fox rep. He and guys like Freddie Norin, and there's a lot of people that I can thank when I was doing Supercross, but just like were mentors to me. People who shouldn't have given me the light of day. Hunter Lawrence, for crying out loud, is one of those people who just didn't need to give a guy like me the light of day. But they all value relationships, and that's really what it comes down to be honest. So go make some friends, add a lot of value. Yeah.
Yeah. No, I totally
Anything
agree.
to add?
I mean, for me, I would just film Instabangers at the track, and that was a way for me to make money, right? So I'd have a stack of business cards. First thing I'd do in the morning, I would skip practice and I would just go around and I'd hand out business cards until I had none left. And I did that for months and months throughout the season. I ended up going to the closest track to me. I filmed a video for somebody that Coach Ty had known. For the next race, Coach Ty asked me for a video, and I stayed in contact with Ty. I continued to do my thing. There's a couple of tracks I shot for over the next year and a half or so, and I just kept doing the same thing, just kept meeting people, building my following, posting my work, and that connection I made with Coach Ty led to me getting an opportunity to come and film with AJ at a class, right? So to further what Cam is saying, it's all connections in my opinion. You just can't be afraid to talk to people and have a conversation. Some people won't be interested in talking. Some people will talk your ear off, and some people will give you a connection that will lead to a career, right? So, you just got to make relationships, and you never know where they're going to go, right? It might be somebody you think is weird or whatever, but they could lead you to something down the road, right? So just don't be afraid to say hello and tell people what you do, and you never know where it can lead. I mean,
and just add value to them.
Yeah,
really is
yeah,
what it comes
100%.
down to. Like,
but if
like,
you're
need
in
to
this line of work
serve them.
and you're good at it, you will add value, and that was always my mission for sure. I'll give you the best edit you ever had was the line, I would say. And I was even if it wasn't, I was just confident enough in my work that if it wasn't the best one, it'd be better next time, right? So yeah, do good work, meet people. You never know where it's gonna go. You never know. I mean,
that's a phase I didn't go through.
I'm technically a world traveler now
thing
because of it, right? So
yeah,
super cool.
Yeah. What's the furthest place you've been?
Well, England, which is pretty far.
England's, but that's sick.
Super cool. Yeah, that's actually where I met Alessandro too.
When's the UK class? Because I'd like to go to that one.
We've got 2 camps in August, mid-August to late August. So we got two camps in August, and I know Mitchell might have a couple single day dates at some point throughout the year too. I can't remember off the top of my head.
August, back to
I know where Moto 101 is. The first day is on my birthday, so if you're at Moto 101 and you want to bring me a birthday cake, I would appreciate it big time.
I'll keep that in mind.
Yeah,
I would love to do one of those.
Yeah, it'd be super cool. I mean, to be honest with you, Cam, I think I'm gonna try to do just about every single one this year.
Why not?
I mean, why not, right? I like going to the classes or the camps, and I like filming, right? So it's like the best of both worlds, and I get to get away from home, which is cool. I mean, don't get me wrong, I love being home, but I think I'm at the point in my life right now where it's kind of time to step up and become a little bit more responsible and see the world and kind of find who I am as a person, and what better way to do that than travel pretty much all the 50 states and, venture out to Europe a little bit, right? So, I think you'll see me at most of the camps this year, if not all of them, which I'm super pumped about.
Is Ryan going to do the same, you think?
I think so, yeah. Him and I kind of had a conversation because, we've obviously done the first 3 already, and, even if we build out SOPs for what we do, there's just so many things that can happen that, I'm just afraid that nobody's going to have the answer for it. For instance, Thursday morning, before we sent everybody out, I had just started my first interview. It was maybe 3 minutes into it. I get a call over the radio. Ethan, come to the tent. The mic's not working, right? I'm like, oh, here we go. Somebody clicked the frequency button on the receiver for the Shure mic, right? It literally took me 2 seconds to figure it out, but they had spent maybe 10 minutes before that wondering why the mic wasn't. They're like, it's on, it's not working, right? So, I knew to just click the button and get it right back to the same frequency that the mic was on, and we're good to go. But there's other things that happen like that where I'm just afraid that if I'm not there, yes, I'm one phone call away, but I just want to be able to make things happen, and I pretty much know everything that needs to happen now. So, and we as typical fashion face pretty much every issue you can as far as technology goes, right? So I just don't want to throw anybody else in the line of fire, even if they have an SOP or a video of me walking them through it. It's just, there's so many variabilities that can happen, right? So plus it's just I said, it's fun to be there, you know what I mean? It's fun to meet new people all the time. I mean, we're meeting hundreds of people every time we go to a track for a week, right? So that alone is worth it.
Yeah. Okay, last question.
Okay.
Do you want me to ask it? Is that what you're waiting for?
Yeah.
Where do you see the Moto Academy in 5 to 10 years?
I see us just all over the world. I mean, we're starting to venture out to Europe right now, but I think we will be training everywhere. Like, we will have classes in every corner of the world, and that, as far as training goes. And then I think maybe this is a little more selfish or like personal, but I'd like to see like a production company under the umbrella of the Moto Academy, right? So like, obviously we have a pretty strong marketing team now for all of our efforts, but I think it'd be cool if like we could get hired by other companies to teach them how to market, or like market for them, right? I think it's inevitable that in 5 to 10 years that can be a pretty big reality. And yeah, that's where I would see the Moto Academy in 5 years, all over the world, with its own marketing production company under it, that we can obviously do a good job for what we do, but also be hired by other companies to do a good job for them. How about you?
Interesting. Yeah. My 5 to 10 year plan is the same as when I was here last, which is I want a show on a streaming platform at the level of F1 or Full Swing or any of those. I think we're the only guys in Moto to be able to pull it off.
100%. Well, even like the
reach.
You remember the Cam Woodward show back in the day?
That's exactly. Yeah, that was. Yeah, we almost did that. We almost did that. We need a physical location though.
Yeah, 100%. But I think it's possible to do. I think it's possible to do with the camps we have now.
Yeah, I mean that's basically where we're headed.
Yeah.
It's essentially, that is essentially where we're headed, which is why I need to call AJ after this to talk about overhauling our back end media situation that we have going on.
Yeah. Well,
so,
if you're looking for work, we might need some editors soon. So hit us in the DMs.
We always need editors.
We'll make something work.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think inevitably in 5 to 10 years, the Moto Academy is just going to be 100 times bigger than it is now. We're going to be training everywhere. The content's only going to get better, and we'll have our own production company with, I'm just going to say, a team of 50 people. And that might be a little over ambitious, but I think we're going to have 50 videographers and editors under our umbrella. So, no.
Yeah, I'd like that now, but
yeah, me too. 100%.
You know,
but you gotta put in the work to get there, right? So we're in the grind phase right now, but it's super cool, and we get to do a lot of cool stuff. So no matter how hard it is or how much it takes, it's well worth it every step of the way.
All right, Ethan, well done. First podcast. Congratulations.
Thank you. I'm honored to be here, guys. Make sure if you didn't like it, you rip us in the comments. Get that engagement up. I would love it. Let us know. Was it good? Was it bad? I don't know. Cam, what do you think?
I don't know. I mean, we got AJ in there, so maybe.
Yeah, the views went up right there alone. AJ calls into his own podcast.
We had an unbelievable take on Supercross that really came to a lot of good conclusions.
yeah. We're professionals at this, right? We're so good.
Oh yeah. Anyway.
Awesome.
All right. Well, I don't know how to end this. Thanks for watching. Goodbye. Have a nice life.